Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another updated prize picks video for you. We've got the full board right now, November 25th, Saturday. We got 6 games on this slate, and we are happy to get into some of our favorite picks now that the board is updated. But before we get started with that, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. If you throw on 50, they'll give you 50. But we always recommend, just go for the full 100. Get 200 to play with for only $100. But yeah, just use our promo code and they'll hook you up with that. And then if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because we're constantly updating the community with picks and like extra plays we throw in our Discord and doing the daily show and the late show. So the easiest way to not miss anything is if you're just subscribed. All right, so excuse me, let's get into our picks. I'm actually pretty excited about what we were able to get into today. My first pick is going to be another point guard points assist prop. I've kind of been going to this a lot, and I mean it's probably because there's not a lot of point guards that go crazy with rebounding. So when a point guard has a matchup where the defense is good at rebounding, I usually just fade the rebounds or the PRA. But I'm going to be going with Darius Garland for over 25.5 points and assists. I think he can definitely hit this tonight. And if we get started by looking at the over-under, we got an over-under of 225 with the Cavs favored by just 4 points. So reasonably high-scoring game. Don't really have to worry too much about a blowout. Although I will say Anthony Davis and LeBron James are both game-time decisions. I'm not seeing like a bunch of headlines saying that they're at major risk of missing, but they're not like fully cleared. Anthony Davis is dealing with an abductor and LeBron James is dealing with issues. So keep an eye on that. There might be some good pivot plays in there if LeBron misses. If either of them, but I don't know if the centers will make it to the board. But anyway, so let's talk about Darius Garland. So he's been averaging over his last 5 games, 34 minutes a game. Average just over 23 points and 5.2 assists a game. He is averaging about 3 rebounds, but like I said in his last game, he only got 1 rebound. And then if we look at what else is allowing to point guards, really not allowing a whole lot of rebounds. So I'm just going points assists for this one. They are allowing quite a bit of points, almost 24 points a game and assists a game. So I like both of these indicators showing me that he should excel in this category tonight. But if he just hits his average, he's going to be over that for us. This one is juiced at minus 125 to go over, and it's at the exact number that the Vegas odds are calculating at. So Prize Picks hasn't even bumped this yet. So I'm feeling good about that one. My next play is going to be a shooting guard PRA, and I like De'Anthony Melton to go over 20 tonight. If we look at the over-under on this game, we've got 230 and 230.5 with the 76 favored at just 1 point. So pretty good high-scoring game and should be a close battle. OKC's been playing great as well. I know they got a little bit of controversy they're dealing with right now, but we'll see how that affects gameplay. But I think this will be a close game. Anthony Melton, he's averaging just under 34 minutes a game, 16 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, and 2.6 assists a game. And then OKC, 2 shooting guards, is allowing 22.2 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. So again, these indicators are all showing me that he has good odds to, be successful tonight against OKC. And Vegas has this at minus 125. So we're liking that play. And then my last play is probably my favorite one as far as just like feeling safe about it. And that's going to be rebounds and assists for Jonas Valanciunas. He's pretty solid in this category. He's been nice physical, like a big physical big man. Last year he showcased that. We've seen it in the past, but it seems like he's bringing it full on this year, which I'm liking. And he's hit this in 4 out of his last 5 games. With our over under for this game, we've got 233.5 with the Pelicans favored by just 1.5 points. So none of these that I've mentioned, you really have to be concerned about any sort of blowout or anything. He's averaging 28 minutes a game, and he's averaging 10.2 rebounds and 3.8 assists. So if he hits his average, he's got us cashed by a couple points there. But if you look at what Utah is allowing to centers, they're actually allowing 13.6 rebounds a game. So they're allowing him to cash this on rebounds alone, but they're also allowing 4.1 assists a game to centers. So if he can just, do their average, like what they average, like what they're allowing on average, he's going to crush this. So I like this at 11.5, and it's actually juiced to minus 130. So none of these have moved yet, so we're happy about that. That's the 3 I'm working with for the daily show. What do you got, Jordy?
So to get into my picks for the slate here, I'm going to be starting off with a points prop, and I'm going to go with my man Deni Avdija. Now, I know he's burned us in a past video, but like if you look at what he's done, in the one game he burned us in, it was against Milwaukee, and we haven't taken him since, and he's been going off. But in those games, he's just not getting enough attempts, because when he's not hitting his points, he's shooting 60 and 50%. So he should hit his points, but it's just been his attempts in those games. He was 100% from 3 in that one game. He only had 9 points, but he shot like 3 times. So it's like when he gets his attempts, which they've been trying to get him involved more, he's been crushing this. So I like him to go over. He's a minus, let's see here. He is a minus 125 to go over this. And if we look at the game line here, we got a 250 over under. Now there is an 8-point spread in favor of the Hawks, so we got to be careful of that. But honestly, like with how the Wizards have been keeping up with some of the best teams in the game, I think this is just going to be a very high scoring game, and I think it is going to be a little bit of a point gap, but I'm not really worried about people sitting in this one too much. So I like Avdija to go over 10.5, and then let's see. So for my next pick, I'm going to be taking a points and rebounds prop. And I'm going to be taking Nic Claxton. So Bam Adebayo is out in this game, which is a huge indicator for this to go crazy, because the Miami Heat are 6th in rebounding, or 6th worst in rebounding without Bam Adebayo. So that for us is huge when it comes to Nic Claxton, because he's not a super big dude, but he's super tall and long. So he's just great. I mean, he can score the ball at will too when he really wants to. So no Bam, who gave him a really hard time last time they played. I like this to go over, and he had 22 when he played against Bam. So against a Miami team with no Bam, I like him to go over this. He's probably going to be going against what's his name, old man, center. I can't remember his name. The guy for Cleveland.
I can't remember either.
I can't remember, but so I'm not really worried about this matchup either. I think he should have no problem. This is a minus 130 to go over, so I'm liking that. And then for my last pick, I'm going to be going with Joel Embiid to go over 12 rebounds here. If we look at the matchup, let's take a look at what centers are doing against OKC rebound wise. They're giving up 17 a game to centers, which is the 2nd worst behind Washington. So, unless they put 100 pounds on Chet Holmgren before this game, I'm not really worried about him missing these rebounds. It was a minus 155 at 11.5, and it's a minus 135 at 12. So I really like this pick. It's probably going to get bumped up maybe another half point, so try to snag this quick. And yeah, that's what I've got too.
Yeah, so that's the 6 we've got for you. Mix and match them however you'd like. We've been talking about it. We're actually going to be doing a lot more like 2-man slips and 4-man slips. So just pick and choose if you want to use all 6 of these. If I'm running a 6 tonight, I'm comfortable using all of these. But I would look for the strongest plays that you feel most comfortable with and build out some smaller slips. If that's what you're looking to get into, that's just a strategy that Jordy and I've been wanting to explore more. So yeah, enjoy the games, guys, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.